Okay, Aries, hello. You can watch the other video if you want an explanation. I'm going very fast here. Okay, this is the general energy in the room for Taurus season. Adjustment, Ace of Discs, Prudence, the Eon, and Love. Again, if you want to know what it means, you can go watch the other video. I am only using this deck. If you want to see the other decks, so I need to repeat myself. Death. Okay, so definitely gonna shuffle. It looks kind of random, but also fiery, so that's good for you. Let's do it. Oh, okay, that's not good for you. Holy fuck. Aries. Okay, so here's the thing. I like Aries. I do. I feel like it's not even that they're misunderstood, but they're just not super well liked amongst, neither is Taurus. I get it. It's probably why we resonate, right? The elders. Of course nobody wants to listen to us. We're like the fucking boomers of the zodiac. No, because we're not. We are the greatest generation, Aries. That's what we are. The greatest generation. Okay. Anyway, I think y'all maybe self-sabotaging. I think there's just like about to be a lot going on. And the weird thing is, for the longest time, Aries was the only sign that didn't have anything going on. There was like pretty much no drama. There was not a whole lot going on in the Aries readings for the past year. Okay. It feels like, because death is here, we are talking about change. We're ushering in change. And like, obviously I left cards out of the reading, but again, I did it for a reason. And man, I don't know, Aries, it's all coming down now. You were doing great, and now maybe not as much. Okay, I think I'm gonna, for some reason, oh, look at that. 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 We're just gonna... 10 of Discs, Wealth. I didn't even know why I was pulling cards, but it did feel like I needed to. And 8 of Wands, Swiftness. So we like to see the wands. We see a lot of wands on the board right now. We like that for Aries, for fire. Okay, and then I don't know why I'm holding all this, but 10 of Discs. So there is some good things coming. That does not mean good things are happening. But you better act fast before you miss out or fucks some shit up. We have the Queen of Swords, the Princess of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and Completion, 4 of Wands. You are not a feminine element, but you could be a woman. It could be women or feminine elements in your life, but we are seeing double queens and a princess here. That's maybe you got to make decisions. Basically, it's not that you have to choose like between people unless you're in a certain dynamic that you would have. Like if you're dating multiple people, it might be time to kind of like pick one in a sense, but at the same time I feel like you won't, because you're really enjoying it. But you know, completion's like, sure, you might feel fulfilled by all these components, right? It could be like a mother-daughter thing with this Queen and Princess of Swords together, but then throwing in the Queen of Cups would sort of indicate yes, a mother. But in this situation, it would more be like 2 different women. There might be like a younger woman involved separately without the mother-daughter relationship, but something about this, it's like completion. Maybe there's something gay going on here. I don't really know. It doesn't matter either, right? But it either needs to come to an end or no, I think it needs to come to an end. Completion can be fulfillment, but you're juggling, and this is chaotic, and I'm gonna tell you right now that's where it's coming from, is you trying to fucking make whatever all this bullshit is work. It could even be a relationship with your mother that was once tumultuous and is getting better, and you have to accept that too. Or maybe you should have never forgiven her type shit. I don't know, it's intense. I don't want to like say all that, but at the same time, it's just like how it feels. So the reason I keep mentioning that this is super chaotic is because I see like just crazy cards. Again, there's quite a bit of fire comparatively. And then unfortunately I do see like the Ten of Swords and the Tower. And that's why I was like, yo, what the fuck happened? And honestly, it has something to do with these women. I can tell you that much. Not saying, again, could just be feminine elements being represented by queens. There was cups, water, and swords for air. But I'm just saying, what's going on there, okay? And the way that it's unfolding is not looking good for you, which is why I'm encouraging you to make a decision about these supposed women, okay? So we have the Princess of Wands. This would probably be you, Aries, right? And you're trying to get back in touch with yourself. You're trying to like, kind of like take it back, see how you really feel. See like what's coming up when you put it all aside. What comes to you first, all right? She's on a journey. She's working. She's maybe not like the most well-versed, but she's there and she's ready, okay? Over here we have the Ten of Wands, oppression. And then we have the Six of Swords, science. And then we have the Ace of Swords. And then we have the Nine of Cups, happiness. So I honestly, the first word that came to mind when I saw this card was liberation. I don't know what chains you are cutting right now, Aries, but good fucking riddance. I can tell you that. Good riddance, because you can't trust a bitch. Tell you right now. I don't know who it's about, okay? I don't know. But this is how it's playing out. And there's something standing in your way from recognizing this, from acting upon this, and keeping you from your happiness. Okay, there is a blockage. But there's even maybe something in your way getting to the point where you're ready to take action. So let's just see what that is. Prince of Cups. Y'all pregnant? Somebody expecting a kid? Could be a pairing too, an Aries and a water sign, which is funny because the gender's reversed, so it could be like Aries woman, water sign man, but it could also be the other way around too. Doesn't matter, but combo. The Prince and Princess. It could be kids you already have. It could be like a first thought was pregnancy with that Prince of Cups because that's the baby card for me. But you know, learning as you go, deciding what to do. Maybe who knows. But you have to go with what you're feeling, and you have to know that you are not done yet. You are never done growing. You are always developing. Things can change. Your perspective can change, and that's part of what the Death card is. Okay, so finding fulfillment in the little things again, Aries, right? Getting back to your roots if the kid thing doesn't align for you. What else is stopping you? Three of Cups, abundance. See, this is the type of shit Aries was getting for the past fucking year that I've been doing this, basically. Like, it's just been the up and up for Aries, and it's like, yeah, okay, you're feeling down, I get that, but at the same time, you shouldn't because of this, and this, and it was awesome. Now, what the fuck? What the fuck? Taurus. Wouldn't you know that we're the problem? I almost made a joke about that when I said that you can't trust these hoes. Even I almost said even if it's me, but at the same time, that I don't know who's watching. So it could be. I don't think I got beef with any Aries. But abundance and the Hierophant. So you got very used to this sort of like, I almost want to call it spa treatment. You were balling pretty hard for a minute there, Aries, and I'm not saying you fell out of grace, but things might just be a little different now. It's kind of what the card's saying, but it could be Taurus season. There was a big change. It could be a Taurus. It could be a woman. But it's really going to be about, okay, so your abundance is like letting things flow to you and being, I almost said treacherous, but that's not what that means. But who is being treacherous is what I want to know. Could be the Taurus. But the Hierophant is sticking to the plan, basically. Just think of it that way. Seven of Discs, failure, yeah. So Taurus season. So if it hasn't happened yet, it might happen. I don't think it's about a Taurus as much as I do think it's about Taurus season and it's about your finances. You were embarking on this journey or maybe planning for a family or, you know, like kind of moving backwards in a sense, like emotionally anyways. But it's because you felt comfortable and things were coming to you easily and everything was all gravy this whole time. But come recent, or is about to happen in the next 2 weeks, if it hasn't already, is a little bit of a pitfall here. We have the seven of discs, failure. So something to keep in mind. And the thing is, it's going to affect you probably pretty fucking hard. You know, if this whole little situation isn't about the queens and stuff, then it's about money, and you realize like how tied down you are, how bogged down you are with the stress of like this loss, whatever it is. Could be like a second round of layoffs. It could be like losing money, you know, anything, right? I don't know, spending too much, gambling, whatever. But you'll work it out. Okay, you will work it out. Like it'll come back, or you know what to do when you feel like that. I think Aries is pretty independent. And then we have the Ace of Swords, and that's what I was saying earlier before I had context of the blockages. Liberation, cutting yourself free from the bullshit, finding what makes something work, and then just saying, you know what, I'm actually dipping. Don't care. Cut everybody off. Use them sizzles. Just air signs not looking good for Aries right now, but that's okay. You can work it out, or you can. Doesn't matter. You'll find your happiness, Aries. It'll come back, and it's not even like it's gonna take long. It might just really be like a quick loss, like fuck, I had to take my car to the shop, damn, and then you're set back. You'll bounce back quickly. Something's about to cost you some money, though. I'll tell you that. Then we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, so you finally rise to the occasion. You finally stopped doubting yourself. You finally dealt with the situation and made a full fucking swing comeback almost immediately. And that's how you get your queen shit going. You went from the princess to the queen so quickly. But we still have a Prince of Discs, so your money might not be where it's at. Or the other person, either the Prince of Cups being potentially a child or a partner or whoever, that hasn't gone anywhere, really. Still a prince. But now a disc. Making the investment, maybe planting the seed, maybe literally. But something, new venture, new job, whatever, you know, because the Seven of Discs could have been like I said, a layoff or something, and you're not used to it, but you'll find something, and you'll be building before you know it. You'll be back out in those fucking fields, farming your way to freedom, like in no time. For Libra season, the harvest. You will reap what you sow, and so you have to continue to reap this very positive, blooming attitude that seems almost unheard of for Aries, but keep doing it. So we do have the Ten of Swords. I forgot about that. Ten of Swords, ruin. So everything falls apart, but at the end of the day, you come out on top, because then it's followed by the Six of Wands, victory, especially when we've already broken it down as we have. Crazy, but very cool stuff where, like, yes, everything is about to fall apart. I think that Seven of Discs might even be a little more serious than I think it is, but it literally is for your benefit. So, like, try not to stress. Just try to relax, embrace it, and have a good attitude about things. And know that no matter who anybody is to you, you can cut them off at any time, right? At any time. You can just, I'm done. Goodbye. Right? And I came up. I could be a problem. I don't care. Find something else. The Fool. New journeys that maybe don't involve the same people. Maybe don't involve the same work. Doesn't, you know, whatever. Dude, my eyebrows are driving me crazy. And I noticed it in the last video, but it usually, someone watching will notice it too, and that's when I speak up. It's weird because I don't really do my eyebrows. I fill them in. And in the mirror, they look perfect. But in this lighting, I'm losing one. I'm losing this one. I don't know. That doesn't usually see, if I do that, you can tell they're a lot more even, right? But face on like this, there you go. See, proof. They're not that uneven. You feel me? Bad lighting. It always is. I'm always constantly messing with my space. So anyway, new journey. Okay. The Fool. Open Arms open, mind, right? Open wide, road ahead. What are the blockages, and why do we still have the Tower over here? What's up with that? Do we want to know, Aries? It's what's going to happen to create your next downfall. But think of it this way. If everything already fell apart and you recovered, how can you prevent it from happening again? And I'm going to tell you these two things, and I don't know what they are, but this is it. This is the solution. How can you prevent that from happening again? The moon, Pisces, will it? Like, will it? Not like, will it? The moon is all about that manifestation and keeping up a positive attitude during hard situations. That is literally what this card's all about. Okay, so love that. Yes, and it could be a Pisces. It could be like, what will prevent you from falling apart again? A Pisces, perhaps. Prince of Swords. Damn, that is the third prince in this reading. Well, oh, I just picked these all up and I missed one, and it was the first prince. I don't know. Kind of sounds like somebody's in the mood for a baby. Wow. I literally said, what will prevent you? And it's probably something to, this is, all right, so listen, I'm not trying to tell anybody how to live. I get along great with kids. My nieces and nephews mean everything to me. I don't necessarily agree with reading, and I sort of find the whole thing disgusting and annoying and expensive. So I don't, either way, I'll support it. If you don't want them, if you do want them. And I think this is a really great message of, like, I said before I saw these cards, I said, what will prevent you from doing this again? And the answer was the moon and the Prince of Swords, right? Here's the thing. While a child can save your life and make your life better, that is a lot of burden to put on children. That is a heavy load spiritually, mentally, emotionally, even if they don't know. Those are the intentions that you are creating. Does that make sense? So to put that into a child, while this was really beautiful at first, I think it's worth just thinking about for yourself, if that is the narrative, to make sure that you're doing these things for the right reasons. If these people or this theory or these cards are put here to say that's what's going to stop you from having a little fucking catastrophe again, right? Is that really the right reason to have this? Just ask yourself that. Is that how you want to bring this into your universe? So, with that being said, that's about it. I'm going to get to the next one. This was a little longer than I wanted, but that's okay. So, just definitely think about things. Aries, you're making probably rash or brash decisions because you're in a more difficult place than you have been lately. So, relax, chill out, think about it, and, then circle back to it. Okay? So, anyways, I will see you at the next one.